Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at yet another wonderful mod, this time in the form of In-Game ESP Explorer, which is being made by user A1, A3, A6, A9. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is the ability for you to spawn items into your inventory while completely bypassing console commands. Instead, you simply navigate through menus to select whatever you want by name. And I cannot tell you how much I love this mod, considering how much time I spend spawning in items into the world for this particular series. It is frankly a godsend that will save me hours on my week to just be able to navigate through a graphical menu to select the items for a particular mod. And thankfully, it is pretty darn easy to use. All you need to do is hit either F11 or Shift-Z, which for me, I prefer the Shift-Z because F11 is my record key, and you are brought into this lovely bit of UI, which is currently showing you a list of the active ESPs that you're interested in looking at and navigating through for items. Now you'll notice though something a little strange here, that we only have 2, when of course there's more ESP and ESM files because, well, the Fallout 4 game itself is an ESM file full of thousands of items, and that's because this particular list is only showing basically what you have bookmarked as favorited items. So for me, it's the crude blowback that we looked at in the last video and Armorsmith Extended. Now, if I want to actually see all of our available mods, I just have to hit either the right or left key and we're taken to this ESP list, all. And this will show on here every ESP file that we have for this game, whether it's from the official DLCs, the main Fallout game, or any other mods we have installed, but only mods, of course, with items that you have available to spawn in the game. So you notice the crude blowback, it has a count of 25 items that we can spawn into our inventory, whereas, of course, Fallout 4 has 3,660. And if you wanted to save one of these others as a bookmark, all you need to do is hit spacebar, as you can see here, to toggle that particular one. You'll see it goes bright, and then if we go back to the favorite list, that is how that works. So it saves you a little bit of time if all you're interested in is certain mods or the main game and you don't care about the other DLCs, etc. It's just a little bit of extra added ability on there to help you move around a bit more quickly. Now, once you have, of course, found the category that you do want to go into, like, say, our crude blowback mod here, all you need to do is either click on it, hit E, or Enter, and you're taken in to that particular mod's ESP file, as well as your inventory, and now we can download to our heart's content, or well, rather not download, but grab items to our heart's content, and it does allow you to sort by the different categories. So for our crude blowback weapons, we have the crude blowback rifle, the tactical one, and then the other sort of rifles that are nameless in here, or of course we can go to the weapon modifications for that particular mod and download those. Why do I keep saying download? I mean grab, or whatever word you want to use, frankly. And then, of course, the ammo that is particularly for those weapons. Now, it's a little bit interesting in here because, of course, these are already Fallout 4 ammos, but because that's what these guns use, it will also show up in here. But you could, of course, download the normal 38 and 45 ammo from the Fallout 4 folder, and you'd be good. And then, again, we're back to the full list. Now you just need to go and grab whichever one of these you want, like we can just grab one of those rifles over there, and we're good. Now, if you did want to grab multiples, you do kind of have to back out of that particular mod ESP file and then come back in. So, as you notice, we grabbed that weapon, and it's now gone from here. It will reload once we come back in, so you don't have to worry about that, but because it relies on the inventory system to actually grab these parts that you want, that is a byproduct of how that just works, frankly, which is a little sad, but oh well. And now that we have that in our inventory, we just need to exit out of it like you normally do, and it'll bring you back to this ESP list. Now, if we hit tab again, we should have that thing in our inventory now. If I can find it, I probably should have cleaned this thing out. And up there it is, recoil compensated crude blowback rifle. Beautiful, so we did grab that and without any issue. And again, if we go back in Shift Z, we can do the whole thing all over again. You'll notice it's back to the 25, so it's not 24. We didn't actually pull that file out anywhere. So we can go back in, grab another gun, and you're good to go. Now, of course, remember the Fallout 4 ESM file down here. 3,660 files to go through. Now, of course, you can click this and go through every one of those files, which will take a minute because there's so many. That's why it took a little bit longer to load. And you can sort through, as with weapons, apparel, aid items, miscellaneous, junk, mods, ammo, and then back to the full ESM. And you can just do it like that. But of course, that's a lot of freaking things to go through, and it might take you a while, especially in a category like junk. It might be a very long time before you find an item you want, which is a problem with this interface, but thankfully this mod maker took that into account. And if we go back to our actual interface here, you'll notice we have a little magnifying glass here. That actually allows you to search by keyword, item ID, wildcard characters, however you want, whatever will get you the item. And all you need to do is either click this little magnifying glass or hit the reload button, and you can type in whatever you want here. Now you'll notice I have ale here already, and that's because not only will this allow you to type whatever you want in here, but it will remember your last 20 searches that you've done in here. So ale and aluminum, both I've searched, and the best part is it will actually remember them even after you've exited the game. Like, for instance, I searched ale just before starting this episode, but I searched aluminum, I think 2 or 3 shutdowns ago because I was testing some other mods that I had to keep closing the game for. And it's as easy as using your up and down arrows on your keyboard, or up and down keys on your controller, however you like, to navigate between them. And then once you have whatever word you want in here, you simply hit enter or the search button down here, and it will open up and search through every one of the mods that you have selected and look for things that match that. So we have aluminum cans, the shipments of aluminum, everything right at our fingertips. And that makes your life so much easier. Now you no longer have to, have a second screen open with Google and searching for IDs of things. All you need to do is type in the actual item itself, and it will bring you straight to whatever thing matches that thing you typed in. And it's wonderful. Now, of course, if we do that again with the ale and hit enter, it'll bring up anything, unfortunately with an ALE in the name. And now, as I did say when I first mentioned it, it does also take wildcards. So any of the sort of old school search wildcard symbols that you can use, it will take those in as well, which will help you whittle down things. So you don't get search terms like this, where I just have ALE and it's grabbing like awesome tails, because it has the ALE in tails. But of course, we still do find our Gwyneth ale and pale ale bottles, etc. And it's just nice and convenient, and will save you an absolute crap ton of time with spawning things into this game. And that is why I love this. Now, as for how you do kind of get this to work, this mod does have one requirement for it to actually function, and that is the Fallout 4 script extender, which is really easy to install, and there's a link on the mod page for how you can get it, so it's quite easy there. But that does mean that even though this can be used on your computer versions of Fallout 4, it will never come to console, because of course consoles do not allow script extenders. So this is a PC and Mac only mod, but for those of you out there who do enjoy the Nexus, you can download this to your heart's content, use the Fallout 4 script extender, and go through whatever you like, and just spawn it directly into your inventory right through this menu. And that, again, it just makes me happy. It just makes me so very happy. I cannot tell you how happy it makes me. And yeah, if you would like to try this mod out for yourself, and I would definitely suggest that you go and do that, you can take a look at the link in the description as always. And yeah, but that's going to be it for today, folks. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course that you do come back for the next. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.